For more insight on this matter, we are joined by defense analyst Zahir Shah Sherazi, live from Peshawar. Thank you, Mr. Sherazi, for your time and for joining us on Asia One News. Can you tell us how significant these threats are to the Taliban regime?
Thank you very much, MAK. I think it is for the first time we have seen some organized and very established claim by, in the form of General Sadat, who have, demanded from all the groups who are fighting the Afghan Taliban regime that they should get united under the Afghan Freedom Front's banner. So, for the first time, we are looking into some kind of organized resistance. Earlier, we have seen there were like sporadic attacks, there was sporadic violence against the Afghan Taliban regime, and there was small rebellions we have seen in different provinces like in Herat, in Takhar, in Bamiyan, Kapisa. But what important General Sadat is saying, he has launched this armed struggle. Rather, he has challenged the Afghan Taliban regime's authority from Kandahar. And Kandahar is symbolically the birthplace of the present Afghan Taliban regime and the orthodox regime. So I think this is again from the position of strength what Sadat is saying. And the reason in 4 to 5 years, the Afghan nation has literally reeled under the tyrant and orthodox rule of the Afghan Taliban regime. And that is the reason perhaps it's their psyche that they could not tolerate such kind of a non-inclusive government, which is just speaking about the rights of a few people. And in northern Afghanistan, like the Uzbeks, Hazara, Pamiri, Tajiks, they don't have any right. Even in Herat, now the Afghan Taliban soldiers are searching women, and there was a huge protest and demonstration in Badakhshan province when at one of the checkposts, the male Afghan Taliban tried to body search a woman, and after that, a protest demonstration was like prompted, and there was huge violence. 7 people were killed today in that violence when the Afghan Taliban soldiers resorted to firing on the protesters who were accusing the Taliban regime of disgracing women.
Well, yes, there's a lot of resistance in the north, but do you think it's really large enough in the rest of the country to make a big difference?
Well, I think that a number of issues are there. The Afghan Taliban regime has now shifted their powerhouse to Kandahar. Mullah Haibatullah has formed a Haibati force. So that is a factor. It means that they are terrified. They are, frightened from within. Today there was a statement from Zabiullah Mujahid that yes, they have control over Afghanistan and there is no mutiny in Badakhshan. But what we have seen on ground, even their own allies like Sirajuddin Haqqani, Mullah Yaqub, they had been demanding of the Haibatullah regime to be a little bit of soften the orthodox laws. But a couple of people who are very much tyrant, who are very much religiously extremists, they don't want to like give concessions to the general population. So that is the reason. Now, another factor is also what you were asking, that whether it will be successful. Yes, I would say, because now the Afghan Resistance Front is fighting under Ahmad Massoud. Then General Yasin Zia, he has his own Afghan Freedom Front. Then we have the local commanders in the form of Liaquat Malang. He has also launched an armed rebellion. But the important thing is General Sadat was heading a full-fledged army of Afghan soldiers. Now he has called upon all those soldiers, the policemen, the security personnel, they should be getting united under one banner. So that is dangerous because
Yes.
it's a trained fighting force. So it would be a serious challenge to the Afghan Taliban regime.
It sounds like a serious challenge on the face of things, but General Sadat, do you think it's a really realistic challenge given Afghanistan's ethnic and political fault lines?
Well, I think he has promised to revive the Loya Jirga at the time of King Zahir Shah. So that Loya Jirga will be giving powers to all the elders from across the more than 49, 50 provinces of Afghanistan. So it means they would have inclusive representation of all those tribal elders, the social elders, the people, the elite, the Afghan diaspora who are living abroad. They're from different ethnic groups. So it means they are going to have a kind of a consensus that what kind of government they want. They wanted to go for some kind of elections as they did. but they want to choose someone as a leader. But that is, I think, very important. But another factor, Emeke, we would like to just focus on that. That is very serious, and that is the return of millions of Afghan refugees. Pakistan have sent more than 2.6 million, and same is the case with Iran. I think more than 3 million of those people, they have returned from Afghanistan, and mostly they are in the northern Afghanistan. Now there are no jobs, there are no health facilities, there
Yes.
is no economic living. So I think they are resorting to their patience, they are losing their patience. So it means
Yes.
if there is a public revolt and the armed struggle, the international pressure, so these are different factors which can lead to the fall of Afghan Taliban regime.
Mr. Sherazi in Peshawar, thank you so much for breaking that down for us.